Alexander Isak's time at Liverpool has already produced plenty of talking points, and the latest revelation has only added to the growing intrigue surrounding the Swedish striker. Since making the move to Anfield, Isak hasn't shown much of his quality, but recent developments have once again placed him at the centre of attention. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Virgil van Dijk addressed Wayne Rooney's criticism of his leadership as he spoke alongside the former Manchester United and England captain after Liverpool's 1-0 Champions League win over Real Madrid. Alexis Mac Allister struck the only goal in the second half at Anfield as Arne Slot's side recorded back-to-back wins after a sequence of 6 defeats in 7 games. Van Dijk stood alongside Amazon Prime pundit Rooney, who had been critical of the Dutchman's leadership, as the Reds captain spoke to the broadcaster after the contest. In a world of chaos, you have to stay calm and try and take the right perspective, Van Dijk said on Amazon Prime. At times, the noise was a lot. When asked if he was looking at any one of the pundits in particular, Van Dijk said, "Not at all, but I think it's very important to put things into perspective. Keep your head down and work and get out of the situation, because quality is what we have. That's not the issue. I think all of you here know that you're dealing with a squad of 25 players and everyone lives a different life, so for me personally it doesn't affect me. But as a captain, I'm dealing with players who might be affected by it. If you lose 4 games in a row as a Liverpool player, then there's fair criticism. That's absolutely normal in that sense. But I think it's over the top at times as well. We live in a world where there's so many platforms, so many people can say stuff, and it gets picked up and made bigger than what it is." Rooney said in response, "When you win the Premier League, I think what I said was fair. You don't expect Liverpool to lose 4 games in a row. I think the response has been great from Virgil and the team." Now, Alexander Isak has been named in Sweden's squad for the upcoming international break, with the Liverpool striker included in Graham Potter's first selection since taking charge of Sweden last month. Potter succeeded Jon Dahl Tomasson after a disappointing qualification campaign that has left Sweden facing the very real prospect of missing out on the 2026 World Cup. Sweden currently sit bottom of Group B with just 1 point to their name, meaning they must take maximum points from their upcoming fixtures against Switzerland and Slovenia to keep their faint qualification hopes alive. For Potter, this first squad selection is both an opportunity to stamp his authority and a test of how he manages several key players returning from fitness issues, including Isak. Despite missing Liverpool's last 3 matches through injury, Isak has been called up for international duty. The 25-year-old, who joined the Reds for a British record £125 million from Newcastle United during the summer transfer window, has been struggling with a persistent groin problem. His fitness has been a growing concern for both club and country, but Potter's decision to include him underlines his importance to Sweden's attack. Ahead of Liverpool's 1-0 victory over Real Madrid in the Champions League, manager Arne Slot provided a cautious update on Isak's condition. "With Alex, we have to wait and see," Slot admitted. "Definitely not starting on Sunday, but maybe he can be involved in the squad. He is still not training with the team, so we have to wait and see." Slot's remarks reflected Liverpool's careful approach to reintroducing their record signing, who has endured a stop-start beginning to life at Anfield. At his own press conference announcing the Sweden squad, Potter acknowledged similar uncertainty over Isak's availability, revealing he is monitoring the striker's situation closely. They, Isak and Lucas Bergvall, are available now, and we will see this weekend, Potter said via Sportbladet. Alex is especially not ready to play 2 games of 90 minutes, but he is available and I look forward to meeting him. The new Sweden boss made it clear that Isak's involvement will be managed carefully, stressing that fitness and long-term recovery take precedence over immediate selection needs. Isak's lack of rhythm stems largely from a disjointed summer. After requesting to leave Newcastle, he spent most of pre-season training alone while negotiations between the clubs dragged on. By the time his transfer to Liverpool was completed on deadline day, Isak was short of match sharpness and far from full fitness. As a result, Liverpool have been forced to integrate him gradually, tailoring his workload to avoid aggravating the issue. Sweden have also taken a measured approach, limiting his minutes during the international breaks in September and October. That caution has so far prevented further complications, though it has meant a relatively slow start to Isak's Liverpool career. He has made just 8 appearances in all competitions, registering a solitary goal, an uncharacteristically quiet return for a player of his caliber. His groin problem resurfaced during last month's 5-1 Champions League victory over Eintracht Frankfurt, when he was substituted at half-time as a precaution. Slot later explained the rationale behind the decision and the complexities of managing such a high-profile signing who missed pre-season. "I don't think there's a rule that every single player is the same," Slot said. "It depends on what they did when they didn't train with the team, and what is the impact if you go to a new club as a big signing. You can't compare someone joining Liverpool after a disrupted pre-season to a player at a smaller club. There are many factors. We've been really careful with him, and the Swedish national team were too. They played him twice last time, which he could do, so not criticizing them, because we actually told them he was ready to play twice. It's a fine balance when you've missed out on pre-season. Some players can march straight through it. Others, unfortunately, pick up injuries again." As Liverpool continue to nurse their marquee striker back to full health, both club and country find themselves treading the same cautious line. For Sweden, Isak's availability could determine their faint World Cup hopes. For Liverpool, ensuring his long-term fitness could be vital to sustaining their ambitions across the Premier League and Europe in the months ahead. Ultimately, both Liverpool and Sweden are walking a fine line with Alexander Isak's fitness. Arne Slot knows how vital the striker can be once fully integrated, with his movement, finishing, and intelligence offering Liverpool a new dimension in attack. Meanwhile, Graham Potter recognizes that a fit and firing Isak could be central to reigniting Sweden's faltering World Cup campaign. Managing his recovery carefully will be crucial, not just for the coming weeks, but for the long-term ambitions of both club and country. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.